When we return, the Paranormal Syndicate will make their way to Los Angeles, California, where they will be given exclusive access into one of Hollywood's historic theaters, said by many to be haunted by the ghosts of its former owners.
Did you hear that?
The Paranormal Syndicate has made their way to Los Angeles. With them is K9 investigator Captain, specially trained to sniff out electromagnetic anomalies humans can't detect. Together, they will investigate this silent movie theater, one of Hollywood's historic landmarks. Los Angeles, February 1942. A movie aficionado named John Hampton opens the doors to his lifelong passion project, the silent movie theater on Fairfax Avenue. Then in May 1990, he dies in his tiny apartment directly above the theater lobby. On January 18, 1991, a personal friend of Hampton's named Laurence Austin reopens the theater. For the next 6 years, the theater continues to run according to Hampton's original vision. January 17, 1997, a lone gunman bursts into the theater and guns down Laurence Austin in cold blood. Since that fateful night, moviegoers have reported a pool of blood that suddenly appears, then vanishes just as quickly. And others claim that they've actually been touched by a phantom presence.
My name's Eric. I'm from Los Angeles, and I do believe that the silent theater is haunted. I had come here for an event, and there was a point when I was actually sitting in the theater by myself, and all of a sudden the air got colder and thicker, and I felt what could be described as a hand running across my neck. It didn't feel threatening, though. It felt like something was trying to get my attention, and almost as soon as it happened, it stopped, and it seemed like the air started to get warmer again. I think it could have been the owner who actually died here, but something was trying to definitely get my attention and let me know that, hey, I'm still around.
With the two theater owners who died on site and the numerous unexplainable events, the Haunted Encounters Paranormal team will investigate to capture definitive proof that spirits do exist at the silent movie theater.
Walking into a theater, what we need to do is identify areas that we could investigate, whether it's together or in different formations. We want to identify every nook and cranny, every closet, and every piece of this structure that could, possibly hold results for us.
All right, buddy, Sid. The reason we brought Captain to this place is because he can really get into some of these small spaces in a large area. He's really a good investigator for these types of locations.
Showtime. It's not every day that you're standing where somebody was murdered in cold blood. And knowing the full story is a game changer.
My name is Carla Hall, and I work for the Los Angeles Times. Laurence Austin was killed on a Friday night, and I was assigned to come down here and cover the aftermath of his murder. What had happened was Friday night, the showing started as usual. Mr. Austin greeted people at the door, tore their ticket stubs. In the theater that night was a man named James Van Sickle. He was the projectionist, and he had a long, somewhat rocky relationship with Mr. Austin, both professional and personal. Mr. Van Sickle, it turns out, was the sole beneficiary of Mr. Austin's estate, which was valued at about $1 million.
That night, another man would come to the theater. His name was Christian Rodriguez, but he's not here to catch the show. Instead, he's here at the request of James Van Sickle to murder Laurence Austin. Mr. Rodriguez approaches a cashier and asks to buy advance tickets for a future show. The concession clerk says he must speak with the theater owner, Laurence Austin, and in doing so, unknowingly identifies the killer's target. Mr. Austin informs him that there are no advance ticket sales. That's when Mr. Rodriguez reaches for his revolver, demanding all the cash in the register. Mr. Austin complies with his robber's demands, and in return, is shot in the head at point-blank range.
Murray Giles, the concessions worker, was actually shot twice in the chest just for witnessing his murder.
Are the ghosts of the silent movie theater's former owners still roaming the aisles? Tonight, the silent movie theater has closed its doors for business, while the Haunted Encounters team conducts an investigation into the paranormal events that have been reported here. Witnesses have claimed to hear phantom noises in the projection booth. Some have seen the apparition of John Hampton in the film vault. And many have heard ghostly screams in the theater and concession stand. Under the cover of darkness, the team will attempt to capture hard evidence to validate these claims and determine if the silent movie theater is haunted.
Okay. Dan, you want to set us up?
Yeah, let's, here's what I'm thinking. Helmy and I can take the captain in there, do a sweep of the main area, and there's little places that we couldn't get ours before. While we're doing that, Chelsea, Jordan, what do you girls think about going up to the projection room and holding a live Pandora session?
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds good.
All right, so we're all synced up, ready to go?
Awesome.
Let's get it done.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna have the captain do a sweep. There's some reports from a gentleman that sat in this theater that really felt like something had touched him up on the fourth row.
Also, other than the reported sightings back in the day, actors like Charlie Chaplin used to actually sit in the back and gauge the audience's reaction to their films.
Right.
I think with the Cath, we might be able to find many different layers of time in here.
Absolutely. Captain, you ready? Go do a sweep.
The silent theater is perfect for the captain. It's so hard to cover something like a movie theater. You've got all that space and all those seats. You can spend half your day just doing baseline readings. He has all of our equipment wrapped up in the one furry little investigator.
Now, if he finds something, what's he gonna do?
I have trained him to basically smell an electromagnetic field and identify it, just as a drug or bomb-sniffing dog would identify it to their handler. By doing that, that can indicate some kind of activity or manifesting spirit. If he picks up on something, what he's going to do is he's going to paw at it and alert by looking back and then looking at wherever the field is generated. So that's what we need to be looking for. I think he might be spooked a little bit. I mean, normally he just kind of walks off. What he's doing now is he's trying to protect us. He's watching me. His body motion shows me that he's uncomfortable. So I think there might be some kind of a presence in here he's picking up on, something he's seeing. What's wrong, buddy? Hey, you okay? Okay. All right. Why don't you show me where it is, okay? I need you to show me where it is. Captain, sweep.
Chelsea and I are walking back to the very deepest part of the projection booth. We're going all the way to the back. That's where she said John, the original owner, hangs out a lot, and he's still projecting those old films. All right. You want to do the Pandora session back here in this corner?
Yeah, that's where he is.
Okay, well, we can see if him or anybody else wants to talk to us. So let me, I'll get Pandora here and then we can get rolling.
Psychics usually can accentuate and amplify communication. So while Jordan is running the Pandora, I'm going to see if I can amplify the communication a little bit. John, are you here? Can you say hello to everybody? Is this theater your baby? You have anything you want to ask?
No, we can go ahead and stop rolling right now. Sometimes it takes them a couple times to like learn how, to use the technology. So let's just go ahead and play this back right now. What? It just like stopped recording. I have never seen that happen before. It stopped recording, like just cut off. But the red light was still going, like it was recording something, but it just shut off.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that the Pandora has shut down. Mr. Hampton himself tries to keep the integrity of the theater and keep it going the way he sees fit. He wants it silent up here, and he doesn't necessarily appreciate newer equipment and newer technology.
I have never seen that happen before, ever, in any location.
Do you want to try it again?
All right, let's we'll go ahead and roll on a second EVP and see what's going on here.
It is pitch black in here, and that shows how much a dog can see.
I can't, we need to have our IR lights, and he's just walking around like he owns the place.
Yeah, dogs' eyes can take in about twice as much light as ours can, so that gives them superior low light visibility and also gives them the luxury of seeing things moving without the luxury of infrared lighting, fancy cameras, and all that. It's just a built-in benefit.
It's kind of funny if you think about it. We're in here, you're used to watching a movie, being in a movie theater. I've never been in one that's pitch black. It's like a whole different kind of atmosphere.
It really is.
I kind of want the movie to turn on.
Cappy sweep. Good boy.
Yeah, there's something.
He keeps going back to that same area. Cappy, come on.
The nighttime investigation of the silent movie theater is underway, and the Paranormal Syndicate is in the midst of conducting a sweep with their K9 investigator, Captain. They are attempting to capture paranormal activity that has been reported to take place in the aisles of the theater. Meanwhile, Jordan and Team Psychic Chelsea are attempting a Pandora EVP session in the projection room, where it is believed that the spirit of the theater's first owner, John Hampton, still resides.
Cappy sweep. Good boy.
Yeah, there's something.
He keeps going back to that same area. Cappy, come on. What do you see, bud?
I heard a bang to my right.
I did too. Show me.
Why would he get aggressive like that?
That was crazy. Right before that, I heard a bang to my left, your right.
Back there.
Yeah.
Now that Captain has alerted the team of electromagnetic anomalies in the theater, the team decides to institute a new strategy in an attempt to make contact with the slain theater owner, Laurence Austin.
The captain's onto something. So actually, I think it's a great time. If the energy's already there and already freaking out the dog, let's get to the ripple right now to see if we can make contact with Laurence Austin. What we're gonna do is we're gonna reenact the actual murder.
By reenacting a moment from the past, the team will stir up the spirits and provoke them to respond on their Pandora voice recorder.
It really creates, I think, the ultimate, vortex for paranormal activity. Jordan will be playing Mary Giles at the counter. Helmy's going to be Laurence Austin himself, but I'm going to play the role as Christian Rodriguez. With what we're doing, it's so much more than just putting on a baseball cap or a uniform. Emotionally, you have to be that person. To get that response, you have to believe it yourself, or Laurence Austin may not really believe it enough to speak to you.
Hi, what can I help you with?
I'm hoping to get advance tickets for the next screening.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have you talk to Mr. Austin about that.
Right now, in this moment, I'm no different than a cold-blooded murderer who just wants to get paid.
Hi, what can I help you with?
Give me the money.
Easy. There. I am really feeling scared. I really am putting myself in the position of knowing I'm about to get shot. My life is over. And with that, I really feel that I can make a connection with Mr. Austin, and he will want to communicate with me and reach out to me on some level to identify with what I'm doing.
Oh my God.
You don't even know your own lover hired me.
Who was that? Who was the person shooting? Who would want to kill Laurence?
After the team finishes The Ripple in Time, they decide to head into the theater to play back Pandora for any evidence they may have captured.
On the instant playback, I heard two distinct, very loud responses that really caught me off guard. Right after Daniel put out the gun and shot homie those couple times, we caught a voice that I believe that says, "Get back." I think it's saying "get back" to warn me, because right after that, I'm the one that gets shot.
Did I just hear when Jordan asked, like, who shot you? Did he just say Daniel? So not only was he there, but he also saw through it and knew my real name. It's a little bit disturbing.
That is definitely a spirit voice. I think there's a good chance we just heard from Mr. Austin. After completing the evidence review of the silent theater, I have to say this place is definitely haunted. We got all kinds of neat stuff. Captain's reaction. We definitely caught some spirit voices saying some really cool, pertinent things.
What we just got from being here, in my mind, confirms that there's spirits in this place.
Laurence Austin, I have no doubt in my mind that he's here. And I guess now he knows my name.